Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So, my apologies that this video is later than everybody else's. I didn't forget my own sun sign. I literally just have been rushed off my feet with everything that's going on. So I really hope that it's a good reading for us. Let's see what the week ahead has in store for us. What is our destiny card for the week ahead? We get the world card, we get the universe, right? The world, the universe itself is smiling on us. This is about leveling up. This is going to be a fantastic week for us, Aquarius, because it talks about mastering something. When you get the world card, you're completing an old cycle and you're coming into a new one. Wow, as well, I've just thought about it. So we are on the day of the full moon, right? Which is on the 18th of May, right? The 18th, 1 and 8 gives you 9, the number of completion. Then we get the world card as the destiny card for the week ahead. I really believe in signs and synchronicities and stuff, and this one for me feels like there is a really deep message here. This is about culminations, it's about completions, and when I say it's about endings, yes, it's about endings, but I'm not talking about the jarring sort of, you know, something's coming to a close sort of ending. This is about the completion. This is where you put the finishing and final touches on something, or you step from where you are now onto the next level. This is about you being ready. And if I can't tell you about all the stuff that I've been doing behind the scenes on getting ready for, you know, for not just for forward progression or future life progression, but for forward momentum, right? To keep moving forward, to level up, to master up. And all of that effort, all of the hard work and effort that you've put in up until now, this week becomes worth it. This is where you start to see some of the rewards for the work and the effort that has been put in. The destiny card as the universe or the world card also talks very much about you mastering something or leveling up, reaching that new plateau. So this is the completion of whatever it is that you've been working on up until now, and you are ready to step into a brand new era. You are ready to step into something new, and it's fantastic. I can feel it in my bones. This is going to be a good week. Right, so let's have a look at the direction. How does this shape up? What does it relate to? What is the context? And this week we get the death card, right? Full moon in Scorpio. I told you I believe in signs and synchronicities, and I mean, we've got the ending and the completion there. We've got the death card here. Something is coming to a close. There is going to be a death of sorts, right? So not always in a physical sense. It could be for a very select few. I have to tell you that it is a possibility, but I believe this is a symbolic death. I believe that this is about the old self that we are releasing, removing, and letting go of from our lives. This is about no longer identifying with who you were or what you used to think or what your old belief systems or your old structures, because the world card represents the sign of represents the planet Saturn, right? So Saturn is about hard work. It's about mastery. It's about saying, I want this, so therefore I will put the work in to get it. And then once you've put the work in, you reap the rewards, just like Saturn himself, right? So the direction is the death card. What are your desires? What is it that you truly want? As I'm posting this, it's the full moon in Scorpio, right? And I think it's actually reaching its apex as we speak, which again, you know, is really, I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention, universe, you've got me, I'm listening. What are your desires? What are your true wants? Where are those motivations coming from within you? And ultimately, what is it that you are willing to forego or let go of now in order to go for what you could have, right? And that's the question that you really need to ask yourself this week, my dear Aquarians, my dear fellow Aquarians. Is what you have now worth what you could have if you are prepared and willing and able to do something different? And this is what you're being asked this week. What is it that you need to let go of, phase out, and ultimately leave to die off? So with that said, I want to ask you a question. Is there something that you've been working on, something that you wanted to create, something that you want to move forward with, but seem to struggle with, and you always kind of get to a certain point with it, but you just don't feel ready or able to push past a specific barrier for some reason? Well, what if I could tell you I have an answer to help you with that? I've got a solution, and I would take you in hand on a journey to take you through the process of discovering what the actual blockage is and where it truly comes from within you, where it truly comes from in your past. And I'm not talking about a tick list or buzzwords or a checklist or anything like that. I'm talking about really getting to the root of what that blockage actually is and where in your life it comes from. Then, to finally remove and sever ties with that blockage so that you could really truly let it go and move past it. And then finally, well, not finally, and then to go on another journey where I basically turn you into a lightning rod for power, abundance, treasure, magic, to really tap into all of the beauty that you are and all of the potential that you are, to crank up that dial and switch you on and plug you in. And then to culminate that whole journey by shooting you off into the future, your very own future, to find out how you made those steps towards your success, what the issues or the problems were that you might have faced on the way to it, and how you can sidestep them in order to cement your success. That journey from start to finish, from, you know, wherever you are now towards completing that goal, that's what Tribal Tuesday is all about. I wanted to give you a real insight into it. I'm still accepting applications until the 24th of May, so please get in there if you want to be a part of it. I would absolutely love to have a fellow Aquarian present. It would really mean a lot to me. With that said, let's have a look at what our insight card is, right? What's the extra information? Or all right, so straight away, the Four of Pentacles. This is going to be a really good week for money. This is going to be a really good week for setting really firm boundaries around finances, around money. This is going to be you sorting the wheat from the chaff when it comes to your finances. What can you afford? What are you willing to go for? What are you willing to forego or let go of? You know, with the Death card there and the Four of Pentacles, this is basically saying, what can you let go of? Have you got a gym membership that you're not using? Maybe buy a kettlebell and cancel your gym membership and start doing your workouts at home. Do you take lunch to work every day, right? Well, or do you buy lunch while you're out spending £5 $5 a day? Well, can you know, this is asking you to really get creative and really get insightful about what it is you can do to improve your finances on the ground, because making those small on the ground steps this week are going to amount to massive, big success further down the line. And also, for some of you, you are thinking about making a specific financial investment. This is the week for you to proceed cautiously. And when I say cautiously, that's not saying don't do it. It's just saying make sure it's going to be worth what you get out of it, which is actually an interesting message, because there is something that I'm actually planning to invest in this week. So that's really interesting, really, really intriguing. If it's not too personal, let me know how it shapes up for you in the comments. Take care. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Trust yourself. Trust the universe, and ultimately be ready for change. Take care.